When you learn how to do this and you get your victories, learn to bask in them. That's not ego. You're going to need those moments to lean on when you go into periods of drawdown. You got to be able to remind yourself, man, it felt really good to get this right, to do everything in the analysis as I was taught, and it performed exactly as I was expecting. This feels good. You need to set up a tent and live there for a little while. Not just say, okay, next trade, that's where you get your ass handed to you. Listen, folks, listen real fucking close, because this is the truth. Every single time I blew an account came immediately on the heels of something like we just experienced, where I did something right. It performed the way I was expecting. It went to target, and that sugar high wore off, and they wear off fucking quick. You think you're just like, oh, you can call a 1,000-point move, does this, does that, does this, all these wonderful feelings. You get the butterflies, you share it with your friends, you show your coworker, you show your boss, this is what I made, so that way he knows that your fucking pittance of a money paycheck you give me is nothing to me. It's literally fucking less than one handle on the S&P for me. Go fuck yourself. That wears off fast. That wears off real fast. So what do you want to do? You want to get another hit. You want to get another drag on that joint we call the market. Smoking's bad for you. Don't do that. Smoke the markets. It's healthier. So don't rush. Don't rush to get back in there and do something right away, because what you're feeling is withdrawal. You're all hopped up on fucking goofballs. You did something right, which is great. Champion that. But live there for a little while. Take a week off. You just did something amazing, what most people fail at. You adhere to one rule, which is stick to the model. Don't get caught up with the media. The media was saying, oh, the market's going to crash. I would like to see it happen. I would like to see us default. It would be painful as shit. It would be a wreck, carnage, every fucking where. But that's exactly what should take place. In a real free market, that's what should be happening, and it's not. Charts tell the story. Fuck the media. Fuck all the reports. I don't even know what those data points say. Like when CPI comes out, I couldn't tell you to save my own ass what any of that information was, or what the data was. I could never tell you. I don't care. I don't care to know, because it's all bullshit. It's all fake. It's all manipulation. They use that as a way, like a magician. Okay, if I was standing in front of you, I'm pretty good sleight of hand. I could take something, place it in this hand, and you'd swear up and down that I placed it here, and it would be in my other hand. And while you're looking at that hand, I'm dropping it in my pocket or switching it with something else. And then the reveal would be like, how the hell did you just do that? Well, that misdirection, that's what these reports are, folks. So if you've never really got the gist of why I talk about the economic calendar, it's not because I'm a fundamental trader, because fundamentally, I think it's flawed to think about it fundamentally. I'm a technically minded trader. I believe that the charts are telling you in advance how they're going to hurt the people that believe the bullshit. So if you're a person that likes to trade with fundamentals, that will wreck your ass on these intraday charts, because they're going to do something. And the easiest thing to do is to go over to Forex Factory. Okay, go to Forex Factory and click on any one of the news drivers that are high impact or medium impact. Okay, and when you do that, click on the information that tells you how to determine what it means. If this report comes out and if the number's higher, it's good for the currency, or it's good for whatever, or it's not good for it. It's negative. You expect it to be lower in prices because of it. How many times does it do that? It's 50-50. Don't take my word for it. Go back through the data and see it for yourselves. So if it's 50-50, what fucking use is it to anyone to even worry about what it is? So you got to look at the technicals, and you got to ask yourself this question, which is what I teach. Who can be hurt the easiest? Where's the shortest line to pain where profit can be made? When I look at charts, I'm looking at victims. That's what I see. Okay. I see stop loss orders that are easy to take. I see inefficiencies that needs to be revisited to and still keep the context or narrative underway that's in price action that normal retail traders would not expect it to be, because they're looking at charts with patterns, or they're doing things harmonically. They're looking for Fibonacci ratios to only match up to this point. You're looking at animal patterns and all these other things that they're believing in as a religion. And all of those things I factor in. Yes, I understand harmonic trading. Yes, I understand all that other bullshit, Elliott wave. I understand all that stuff. And when I look at charts, I can see how they're wrong. And when smart money will roll on them. So without needing to teach you all the bullshit, Elliott wave, supply and demand, harmonic patterns, all that dumb shit, I take you right to the narrative, that PD array matrix. It saves me so much time not going through this shit that's going to bog you down. Because I'm getting right to the point. You don't realize I've gotten to the point. Every time I talk to you, it's right to the point. But the problem is where I take you, it's uncomfortable. You want it to be easy. You want it to be right now, real quick understanding. And it's not like that. But the people that put the work behind it, and they say, okay, I'm looking for one model. I'm looking for this type of trade. And I'm going to simplify it by only looking for this thing right here. What is that? Could be the breaker. Could be the model in 2022. Could be that that's it. It could be the silver bullet, which now is removed the whole idea. When does it form? When do you look for it in this? It's offered to you in London session. It's offered to you in the New York session in the morning. And it's offered to you in the afternoon and in the New York afternoon. There's 3 fucking opportunities per day. What are you doing with it? What are you doing? Have you gone back through your own charts and studied it the same way I've been teaching it to you? Remember, if the fair value gap forms, or if it doesn't form rather, on the 5-minute chart, you drop down to the 4-minute chart. If it's not on the 4-minute chart, you drop down to the 3-minute chart. If it's not on the 3-minute, you drop down to the 2. If it's not there on the 2, you drop down to the 1. If it's not there on the 1, you drop down to a 30-second or 15-second. Whether you trade it or not, you study it. Because you're teaching your mind, your brain. Here's what you're not realizing. When you're looking at price, you're not telling yourself, okay, this is a 60-minute chart and it only works on a 60-minute chart. Your brain's looking at these candlesticks and you're running through this rush of emotions. It's going up, it's going down. You want it to go down. But every time it goes up, you're thinking, it's probably going to fail. It's probably going to be one losing trade. I got this stupid fucking demo trade on. It's going to be a fucking loser. I'm wasting my time with this shit. You're not doing it right. You might be doing a lot of that and saying, I've been studying a lot. Fuck you, ICT. I've not been putting enough time in. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of you pissing and moaning. How about that? How about that? I'm tired of listening to the same couple people bitching about how they don't like being told they're not working the right way. You got to work the right way. You got to follow the fucking rules. If you don't want to follow the rules, of course you're not going to get the results. Of course you're not. You can join a gym. If you never take your fucking ass there, you're never going to get fit. Just because you show up and listen to me talk, you're not lifting the fucking weights. You're not pushing. You're not putting the effort in. You're not doing the repetitions to the degree of failure. Muscle growth comes by failure. You got to take that point where you can't do it anymore. When it's failure, then you've caused damage. The muscle says, okay, fuck this. I got to get stronger. Build more muscle. Well, your brain is the muscle with this. You have to build it up. That means you have to go through that really boring shit. You got to listen to lectures like this where it sounds like I'm chewing your ass out and I don't want you to succeed. When I do want you to succeed, it's your perspective. If you want to come into this as a victim, you're going to see everything and you're a victim to it. The way I teach, you're victimizing the unlearned. You're victimizing the neophyte. They don't know how to fucking trade. They put their stop loss in the wrong place. We're running on them. We're not running in a pack like wild animals, okay? Trying to find whatever moves next. That's reacting to price. Fuck that. We are a cheetah. We know we can run any fucking thing down. We can run anything down. Put whatever fuck you want to put in front of us, whatever method out there, we will run circles around that shit. Nothing can fucking beat what I'm telling you. Nothing can beat this. Nothing. If it could, it would have came. It's never come. You are a cheetah. stalking in the high grass. And there's a herd out there. They think they're safe because they're close. They're all doing the same thing, eating the grass. They're hanging around, same people, doing the same shit. Harmonic, retail, Elliott wave shit. You're the cheetah. You're sitting out there in the long grass. You're just waiting. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And you see that one gazelle just takes a step too far out and puts his stop loss right there. Easy for the taking. The herd is going to move away. But that one animal that doesn't know what it's doing, it doesn't shift when it should. And now there's a fair value gap. In 72 miles an hour, in seconds, your ass is there pouncing on it. That's what I'm envisioning in price. Do I know that person that's losing money? No. Do I know the person that has all their hopes and expectations of making money on that trade? Do I know them? Am I going to see them? No. Am I worried about them? No. Do I feel bad that they lost money? No. I have to eat. You have to eat. Everybody signs the same risk disclosures when you come into this market. Everybody understands that you can lose and lose more than you have. I have no qualms about it, period. It's the way it is. It's a jungle out here. You either are prey or you're a predator. I don't walk around or teach my students to be a lamb. This is the way it is, folks. You have to have teeth and you have to have claws. And you need to know when to use them and how to use them. You want to come in here and play the nice guy role and everybody, is going to love you and you never say anything wrong or never off color or whatever. The bottom line is, that's not what this is. This is fucking war. We're talking about money, real money, lots of it, and major entities out there that do not want you to be doing this successfully. They're going to roll on that. And I'm teaching you how to beat the fuck out of that, okay? Consistently. To be able to just constantly walk in there every single week. You go to work. Do you have to learn your job every new week that you go there? Do you have to relearn your job? No. You know what you're doing. You're fucking bored. You can't stand being there. It's the same thing for trading. You need to get your trading to be just like that. And for the folks that are struggling, you can see the draw. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a moment. Let's say for a moment that you can determine the next draw on liquidity. You can do that all by yourself without me. Wonderful. I'm proud of you. That's the number one thing. Is if you can do that, you will always find setups. But if you can do that and you can see how trades form, but you can't execute on them, how do you fix that? Well, you don't have a model. You just have a familiarity. Okay, the market should be turning here. Well, what do you do? Well, what is it telling you? Is there an order block? Is there a fair value gap? Is there a breaker? Is it an institutional order flow entry drill there? Is it, good grief, is it optimal trade entry? Any number of things. Is it an Artemis pattern? My nod to my charter members. Oh shit, here comes a whole new wave of videos by everybody on YouTube. The ICT Artemis trade. He never loses. That's bullshit. The guys that are out there saying you never lose doing silver bullet trades, you shouldn't do that. That's false advertising. Okay, you're going to have a losing trade. I never said you're never going to have a losing trade. But you're going to find consistency using silver bullet because it's time-based. And it's always going to form. Every single day it's there. The problem is you want it to form on your favorite time frame. You want it to fit your already established expectation or preconceived notions about what price should do. And you're not following the rules. So yes, you're doing shit wrong. And you're not getting the results, and that's expected, right? If I give you a recipe and say, this is the ingredients, this is the order you do it, and this is what you should expect as a result, and you substitute something, okay? You leave a key ingredient out and replace it with what you think is better suited for that. You're not going to get the same result. And don't complain that you didn't get the result that was promoted by me that you should be getting. if you're doing something outside the scope of the instructions and parameters I've given. If you come to me as an educator, as a mentor, you're trusting me enough to give me your attention initially. So why don't you fucking follow the rules that I've placed in front of you? You're failing. You are failing, not me. You are. So you have to change that shit. It's always going to be you. When I mess up and when I fail, nobody's fault but mine. That's accountability. You have to be accountable to yourself. And some people just don't want to be accountable. They want to have the luxury of being able to blame somebody else because they fucked up. They didn't do something right. And in this industry, guess what, Jack? You don't get that luxury. It's always you. Because I don't run a fucking signal service. If you make money, congratulations. You did it right. Well done. I am proud of you. If you lose money, eat that shit because you did it on your own. What do you mean eat that shit? Learn from it. It's hard medicine. It's a bitter pill. Swallow it. It's going to make you better. It will make you better. It's going to make you the trader you want to be. You think that it's always going to be the sugar highs that make you the best trader that you're ever going to be. Give me the stuff that works, ICT. Fuck all the bullshit. You're going to learn from all the cuts, the abrasions, the bruises, the losses. That's what I learned from. And you're going to learn from it too. But you have to allow that to happen. You can't tiptoe around thinking, I'm going to avoid losing trades. You're not. Because the more you try to do that, it's going to land right in your lap. But every single time I blew out an account, it was on the heels of a good run. And I wanted to feel good again because it was wearing off too fast. The same fucking hour, walking around like, oh, shit. I made more money than I make a whole month. A whole month of work in this bullshit job. I made more money than that in this one fucking trade. Man, like if I just did that once a month, I don't need to have a job. Yeah, it's great. It's wearing off. I got to do it again. And you think that you can just go into the market and find something like that again, forgetting the fact that it just took you 2.5, 3 weeks for that price run to continue, to complete and go to its target. You get tore up by the chemical imbalances in your brain when you win. And you don't even know what that feels like yet because you haven't done it yet. You haven't won. You haven't found consistency. And when that achievement is reached, you have a whole new level of learning to go through. It's something, folks. It's a learning process to grow accustomed to being profitable. It sounds like it's something. There's no way everybody should have no problem adjusting that. No, it's weird. I don't know how to articulate it where it would make sense. I've wrestled with this topic for a long time to be able to teach it to students. And that's just why I say you'll know. When you go through it, you'll know exactly what I mean, because there's no way for me to articulate it in words to make you understand that it is extremely stressful making money in the beginning. When you find consistency and you find profitability, it's stressful because, first of all, you want to do more of it when you do it. And you're going to have to wrestle with that. Am I over trading? Am I pushing too much? Am I trying to push the edge too far? Am I overstaying my welcome? You're going to have a whole new learning experience that you haven't ever even considered yet because you're not even profitable. I promise you, if you ask anybody, do it. Ask anybody that's found profitability if this isn't true. It's a weird state of mind because it's like it's too good to be true. That's what it's like, a dreamlike state. That's really one of the topics and the title of one of my books, the chapter, the dreamlike state, where I do my best, and I already know because what I have in outline isn't going to be satisfying, but it's enough to introduce you to the idea, which is what I'm doing here. When you find consistency and profitability, it's going to feel like at any time it's going to stop working. And some of you already have that mindset that come to me all the time. Aren't you afraid that you're teaching this and the market's going to adjust to that? What the fuck do you mean it's going to adjust to it? This is the market. This is the market. This is exactly what the market does. So the market's not going to try to do something it doesn't do. This is what it does. Okay? I mean, you're who you are. You're who you are, and that's just the way it is. You can't be a dog. You might try to say you identify as a fucking dog, but you're a fucking human being. You are a person. This is how you are. You can't be something that you aren't. The market isn't going to stop being this way. That's why I tell you all the time, unequivocally, there's no way, there's no fucking way that this is going to ever change. It's never going to change. Never. It's never going to change. You doing it wrong, that's going to happen. You losing money doing something incorrectly, that's going to happen. But if you know how to trade and you learn how to control yourself, a losing trade or 2 or 3, okay, stop, recalibrate, let me get my bearings again, and then go back to doing what you're supposed to be doing. But you have to learn how to pause. Pause when you're losing money and pause when you made money. It's not like you want to go out there and get another hit and get high on success. The people that succeed, that are long-term consistently profitable, they know when to sit still. And that's a very hard thing to teach. It's hard. It's hard to teach that. So I just come up with general rules that when you have a really good, nice run, stop. Be content. Live there for a little while, a whole week. But there's so many other trades. Yes, there is. The market's always moving. But you're insisting upon doing something because the availability is there versus building a foundation of mental capital. That's the point. You can have whatever you want to have in your funded accounts or your real accounts, but you really aren't trading with that. You're trading with what you're willing to lose in your head. That's real. That's the threshold that you don't want to ever cross. What does that mean? Say you have a $10,000 account. You have $10,000 in your trading account, and you think 2% you can take that. Well, if you're new, 2% is too high. Way too high. But let's assume that that's what it is. In reality, you're uncomfortable if it gets to 1%. So you might initially put your stop loss there at what would be considered 2%. As soon as it starts approaching that 1% threshold and drawdown while you're in the trade, that's what causes you to collapse the trade. So what's your mental capital? 1%. That's your real capital. Have you considered that when you're doing your trades? Most of you probably haven't. That's a secret that unlocks performance that you've never even dreamed of. Because when you excel in knowing where your threshold is and you say, okay, I'm content with that. That's why I always said, be content with enough. What is enough? It's going to be uniquely different for all of you. $15,000 winning trade may not be significant for some of you. For other people, that's a whole year. I'm done. I ain't got to do shit now. So it's a matter of personal preference and where you are, what your expectations, what your skill set provides for. But your mental capital, the way you build that up, is when you have the victory like this and it's done well. And you may have never taken a trade on this, but remember, in your journaling, you're going to be recording it like you saw it coming and you did. You're tricking your brain with pseudo experience. So you're always constantly laying down foundation psychologically, because this is where all this battle's won. It's not in the chart, it's in your head, because you can talk yourself out of a winning trade easily. And you can talk yourself out of a short-term drawdown that will eventually pay out if you just stuck to the model and what you're trying to trade. But your mental capital needs to be increased. How do you increase your mental capital? Because you can't deposit mental money. It's experience.